Good morning. This is Dr. Beck here at LifePoint Medical, and it is September the 22nd of 2021, and my life is going wonderful this morning, and I hope yours is too. And I'm here by myself. John's had the day off, and so I'm tackling the clinic here by myself today, but that's okay. It works out good. I have more nurses to help me. So please give us a call if you have any issues. Okay. So let's talk about a few things. The COVID thing is actually there's only 3 cases overnight, so maybe it's weaning a little bit. I'm praying that it's saturated the community in the sense that we're start receding in the amount of new cases here in this community. I really hope that we're close to that. And I just want to encourage people to still, if you hadn't had the vaccine and you're in that high risk group, I want you to think about it, okay? And if you get sick with it, I want you to call us and let us try to help you. And we've been very successful, I believe, in helping people with the COVID. And we have a way we can do it where we don't endanger other patients and stuff like that. And we really just want to help you and maintain our commitment to you and sticking with you through this disease. The only caveats, we got to protect ourselves and protect the other patients, and that's everybody knows that, and it's working good. So call us if you do, and we'll try to help you. If you think you've got COVID, and we'll try to help you out with that. So I want to give you a pearl today. Today's kind of an interesting day for me because on September 22nd, another years back, there was a medical error that was made that absolutely changed my life. So I want to talk about medical errors a little bit and talk to you about it. The medical error that I would reference and changed my life forever and changed a bunch of other people's lives forever, people that were very intimately involved with my life. And I guess it was particularly troubling to me because of my job. I'm a doctor. I desperately avoid medical errors, okay? And for that to happen to me and me to see it and to witness the whole wrath of it was very humbling. It was scary, and it wasn't a good experience for me at all, okay? But I do the same thing that during the same situation. I do that every single day, and so I'm very tuned into medical errors because I want to surround myself with processes and people to try to avoid medical errors. Now, one of my professors, my clinical professors in medical school, I remember him sitting down one day and he said, "First thing I need to tell you guys is this: if you ain't wrecking, you ain't racing." And that's an old Dale Earnhardt comment. But his point was, if you're not making errors, then you're probably not working hard enough. And I understand that, and I'm humble enough to know that errors do happen, and even though we try to be right all the time, that's impossible. And the only way that I could really avoid errors from this point on would be to quit, and I'm not quitting. Okay, I'm going to keep doing exactly what I'm supposed to do. So we know medical errors are there, and there's a ton of them. I guess my biggest thing with that is sometimes people get frustrated when I demanded them to do certain things like be seen or bring their medications or jump through some hoops, and they don't understand, and it's because I am aware of the errors that can happen, and I try to mediate those errors through processes. For instance, I leave place open every day for people to be seen that need to be seen acutely, and because I've identified, I know that it's an error if you don't get to people who are fast enough to prevent diseases. I consider that to be an error. So I know that a huge way to mediate errors is to actually see and touch the patient and talk to them and figure out what's going on in person. So that's why I sometimes have people come to the office for diseases. But also that's why I have you bring in your meds, because that's an easy way to make an error, and I don't want to make an error on medications because it's so easy to rectify. You just have to look at the medicines and you have to know what people are on. So we have all kind of things here, and I apologize somewhat, but I also say, hey, I'm just trying to mediate people's risk. I really am. So the pearl I want to do with you is, if you think that you're having a medication error or a medical error, what do you do? Well, first of all, if you think there's been a medical error or something else, talk to the provider, talk to the doctor, try to figure out what's going on. It may not have been an error, or it could have been an error, and we can stop it before it becomes a catastrophe. So, if you think that something that's done to you or not, and it's not just me, it's any provider, you should be able to approach that provider and say, hey, I'm concerned that this didn't go right, and what should I do? And hopefully, I will listen to you. I tell all my staff, I say, look, we can listen to people. We can listen, at minimum, we can listen to what they say. And that's what I try to do. Okay, I try to listen, okay, to hear what's going on so I can figure out what to do for you. Okay, but we can also analyze the situation, and I may have been thinking of something that you didn't even think of or whatever, but we'll help you figure it out if you think you've got an error. But certainly don't continue down a road that you feel like is an error. You don't do that. Get help, figure out, get clarification. And most providers should or are have the ability to listen to you, and they should be listening to you for their own good and for your good. We need to listen, and if we think there's an error being made, we know there's going to be errors. We're not perfect. Nobody's perfect. But anyway, so if you think you're having a medical error or a medical error has been made, talk to that doctor and see if you can figure out exactly what's going on, and maybe not experience the full depth of the error, or maybe it's not an error at all. Okay. And I pray every day that we don't make any errors here in this office. Okay. Last but not least, we got Place of Hope. We're very excited. We have met all of our goals for our picnic for a purpose tomorrow afternoon, and the sky's going to open up and be real bright and brilliant, sunshiny for us tomorrow, and I'm so excited about there. I'll be there, probably running my mouth, talking to people. So thanks everybody who bought tickets, and we'll see you tomorrow afternoon. Otherwise, everybody have a great day.